Today is Monday, December 25th. Merry Christmas to all of you. And the Cowboys, they found another lump of coal under their Christmas tree while visiting another winning team on the road. Someone had to lose in Miami in a very good football game. It could have been Miami. It wasn't. Dallas did some very good things in the game. They held the fourth best rushing team in the National Football League to only 91 yards on the ground, and that's been a problem for the Cowboys, with others being able to run on them, teams that had good running attacks. The combination of Tyreek Hill and the combination wide receiver of Hill and Waddle from Miami are on a path to break the all-time record for yards receiving by a pair of teammates in a season. But the Cowboys did well yesterday against them. Oh, yes, those two got some yards, but Dallas kept them out of the end zone. They won the time of possession battle by 2 minutes. Dak had no interceptions, and they had just one turnover, though that was a killer turnover, fumbling at the Miami 1-yard line. But there were no mistakes in the kicking game. They committed only 6 penalties, and the Cowboys are the most penalized team in the league, and yet they got charged with only 38 yards in penalties. And they held the number one scoring offense in the league 9 points under their per-game average. And they still lost. Now at 10-5, and firmly behind Philadelphia in the NFC East, the path to the playoffs for the Cowboys appears at this moment to be on the road. And that's a problem. The Cowboys are 3-5 on the road. 7-0 at home, brilliant at home, but 3-5 on the road. Losses to Frisco, Buffalo, Philly, Miami yesterday, and that terrible loss early in the season to Arizona that just haunts the Cowboys week in and week out when you look at the standings. But this wasn't nearly as bad as the beatdown in Buffalo, the slaughter in San Francisco, whatever that thing was in Arizona where they lost by double figures. This is an offense, though, that doesn't seem to travel well against good teams. They put up only 10 at San Francisco, 23 at Philly, 14 at Buffalo. 7 of those came on that meaningless last few minutes drive. And now 20 in Miami. Sorry, Tim. And before the game, we got the news that the Cowboys held a players' meeting to discuss their road woes and try to determine what happens when they leave the friendly confines of AT&T Stadium. This game, this loss, will do nothing to... This game, this loss, will do nothing to the Cowboys thinking about their road troubles. In Friday's preview, we said the Cowboy game would be a shootout, with hopes that at the end of the game, the Cowboys had the last bullet in their chamber. They didn't. Miami had it in theirs, the 5th Jason Sanders field goal of the game. But, doggone it. This game was not the anticipated shootout. In fact, there were only 3 touchdowns in this game, and Dallas got 2 of them, and again, still lost. It was much better than last week's terrible belly up in Buffalo, but it's a loss. And it's another loss to a winning team. And another loss on the road. In what's becoming an all too familiar narrative this season for the Cowboys and their fans. Thank you. I'm sorry we didn't test the mic.